Hey guys. So today I am going to be doing another top 10 video. This time it's going to be on something a little different. Remember when I said comedy is my favorite movie genre of all time? Probably didn't, but if you did, you know that's true. How much it's fun, hilarious, it gives you the chances to want to watch a movie, it's all that. I thought maybe it'd be best if I share what the comedy movies I love the most. And so today we're going to do that. Look at the top 10 funniest movies of all time in my opinion. Now, now just remember, this won't be ranked by movies I love the most, like for ranking. It's going to be based off the movies that I get a laugh out of the most. Okay, you probably won't see great movies like Ghostbusters on here. Not because I don't like them, just because they're not really that funny, not the funniest to me. These are the movies that are the most hilarious and just get a laugh out of me a lot. Without further ado, let's look at this list. Yeah, this is Will Ferrell's funniest movie. I've talked about Elf before in the best Christmas comedies video, and if you haven't seen that video, let me tell you how much I love Elf. This movie is so hilarious. Every bit of slapstick in this movie just really works. I love the character. I love all the stuff this movie throws in, all the jokes, puns. It's all just incredible. This movie really gets a laugh out of me a lot, and it's a movie I pretty much watch every Christmas just to see how much fun it is. I seriously though, this is a Christmas movie I watch with my family pretty much every year on Christmas just to get the laughs out of me. I hope it might get old someday. No, it will never get old. Okay, I don't care how dumb the jokes will get. It will never happen. This movie will always stay a great Christmas comedy to me. I mean, I just love all the jokes they throw in this. Will Ferrell performing as Elf is just wonderful. I don't see how anybody else could do a good job. Did you know that Jim Carrey was going to be Elf? Nah. Will Ferrell is the best Elf. In my opinion, though, Home Alone's funnier, just a little bit funnier than Elf, just because I found the idea funnier and the slapstick that movie throws in to be better. I guess it may be a little bit of hatred for this. Most people say Elf is funnier. In my opinion, though, Home Alone's a tad funnier. I just find all the slapstick this movie throws in to be funnier and more. Besides, the idea is funnier to me, in my opinion, and I seem to I like how this movie isn't that memorable. No, it is memorable. Just and some jokes you might miss, in the first time you see it. So the second time you see it, you'll see those jokes, and it probably won't ring a bell too much. I think Home Alone's a funnier movie. It's still not saying Elf's not that funny. It's still hilarious. It's just Home Alone's a tad funnier to me. And again, I've talked about this before, the best Christmas comedy. So yeah, you should know that. It's pretty much that. Number 8 is Anchorman. I think Will Ferrell's funniest movie is this. Elf is hilarious a lot, and I think Will Ferrell is perfect for that role. But Anchorman's the funnier movie because it just offers more to it. And I love how Anchorman stars some more funny people like Paul Rudd, Steve Carell, Christina Applegate. Every other character this movie has makes the movie the more funnier. Elf is funny, but mostly it's just funny when it comes to that one character. Anchorman is funny when it comes to Will Ferrell and every other hilarious person in this film. It's just this movie is so stupid yet so funny at the same time. It just feels like the perfect kind of comedy, and Will Ferrell is perfect for it. I also remember when they made a sequel in 2013, and maybe that wasn't necessary, but it's nice to see Will Ferrell come back for a role like this. Anchorman will probably always stay Will Ferrell's funniest movie to me. Number 7 is Happy Gilmore. Oh, look at that. It's an Adam Sandler movie. You probably are wondering why I have an Adam Sandler movie on this list. Let me tell you why. Happy Gilmore is a great movie. It's hilarious. This movie's so hilarious. I just love the premise it has. A famous hockey player named Happy Gilmore sucks at hockey, so he plays golf, and he just literally does it in the craziest way possible. The movie may sound like a stupid idea, but it is. But the movie itself is so freaking hilarious that I don't care how stupid the idea is. It's a hilariously made movie. I love how funny it is. This is just like the funniest Adam Sandler movie out there. Everything else he's done, he's kind of feel bad for. But stuff like this is one of his great comedies. And I think it's so hilarious to watch every time I see it. If you haven't seen this movie, you might as well. I don't care if you're not an Adam Sandler fan. This is what is Adam Sandler at his best. Number 6 is The Naked Gun from the Files of the Police Squad. This is from a TV series called Police Squad, which some people may be unaware with nowadays. But back then, it was probably the hilarious TV series of all time. This movie, on the other hand, is probably a lot funnier. Like, come on, man. The Naked Gun, I love how hilarious this movie is. Tons of slapstick, tons of stupid jokes in there and there. It gets a laugh out of me a lot, okay? I'm telling you, man, this movie is so funny that every time I watch it, I just think, wow, this movie, how can anybody not keep a straight face in this movie? Like, I bet if I saw this movie in the theaters, everyone would be laughing on the floor. It'd piss me off, but hey, whatever. How can I blame them? This movie's hilarious. I love it. It's so funny. Leslie Nielsen's a funny guy. Once again, it's a perfect kind of film. Number 5 is Ace Ventura Pet Detective. This is by far Jim Carrey's best role out of anything he's done. Ace Ventura. Jim Carrey's awesome. I love him. He is so hilarious, okay? All of his acting, all of his performance, everything he does. I'm surprised he does these movies without, and everyone else is able to keep a straight face. It's impossible, man. It's impossible. How can they keep a straight face when seeing this dude? It's so hilarious, okay? Like, come on, man. Jim Carrey is hilarious in lots of movies, but this is definitely his best one. Dude, like, come on, man. Look at him. He has every quote, every movement, every face. Ace Ventura will stay probably Jim Carrey's best role. He had a lot of great roles, but this is by far his funniest. Remember when he did Dr. Robotnik? I talked about him like that, but we're not going to worry about that right now. Let's worry about this hilarious piece of work. It's so hilariously done, so well written, and just, I laugh at it every time. Number 4 is Hot Shots Part 2. I know, it's a weird name, isn't it? Well, 2 is actually just French for 2. This is the second Hot Shots movie. The first Hot Shots movie was mainly a satire of the movie Top Gun, and that was a funny movie, yes. But this one is definitely more hilarious. Being kind of a satire of the Rambo franchise, this movie seriously gets a laugh out of me a lot. All the slapstick jokes movie throws in, all the visual jokes, all the characters put in. I think Charlie Sheen, this is probably Charlie Sheen's only funny movie. He maybe had some other funny roles, but when it comes to this, I think Hot Shots Part 2 is his funniest, okay? Like, look at the poster. You can already tell this movie's going to be stupid. Well, come on, it is stupid, but just what makes it funny. Funny movie, funny characters, funny acting, funny idea. Hot Shots Part 2 is just one of the best sequels of all time. Number 3 is Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me. This is probably the funniest comedy sequel of all time. The Spy Who Shagged Me is the sequel of Austin Powers, and this whole franchise is just hilarious. But if I had to pick a favorite, I'd pick The Spy Who Shagged Me, just for being the funniest. Because it has the most amount of jokes and the most amount of satirical stuff for James Bond. Yeah, this is all just be a parody of James Bond movies. Well, guess what? It's hilarious, okay? I love how funny this film is. Austin Powers has been funny in all of his movies, but this is definitely the funniest one. Like, man, you just can't deny how well written the jokes are, how well paced the characters are, how much this movie throws in. I quote this movie a lot. I quote this movie like a lot, okay? Man, I pretty much know every funny quote in this movie, and I just love laughing at them a lot, okay? I can not stop laughing at these movies. It's just, God, I love them. Number 2 is Airplane. Now, this is actually the movie that has the better amount of quotes to quote along. I think Austin Powers has funny quotes, and it's probably I probably put that at number 2, but nah, Airplane definitely deserves the second spot for being funnier. Okay, Airplane's mainly just a satire of some real disaster movies, mainly being a satire of the movie 0 Hour. But come on, I love this movie. Okay, it's so hilariously done. The poster looks so stupid, but this movie is meant to be stupid. You just gotta see how much you laugh at it. And I laugh at it a lot, okay? I mean, come on. The jokes in this movie, the characters in this movie, They know who to make. They know who to make funny. They know who to make serious. They know how this movie's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a stupidly made satire that's also gets a laugh out of everyone. I laugh at this movie so many times. It's so funny and just so much. But now, let's look at the movie that I think is the funniest. The film that takes the top spot at being the funniest movie of all time. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. This is the funniest movie ever made. No questions asked. All of the humor, all of the characters, all of the jokes, the quotes in this movie are beyond wonderful. I quote this movie the most. I see this movie the most. I laugh at this movie the most. I remember this movie the most. This is probably the one taking number one spot being the most rewatchable too, but either way, this movie is hilarious. Out of all the comedies we recently talked about, compared to how funny this film is, those comedies don't stand a chance. Monty Python and the Holy Grail is known as the funniest movie ever made. I love its humor, and I cannot say enough more. This definitely deserves to be the number one funniest movie of all time. Well, there's my list. Thanks for watching, and I gotta get out of here. There's a lot going on. I have a lot more to talk about. Trust me. I have a whole script of things to do, okay? Like, this, I have a whole paper of videos I have to do. It fills up the entire paper. In fact, this isn't the only paper. Like, look at this. I have a whole notebook. Of videos I have to make. So, I better get to work.